Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. You know what I need? I need a sound effect for the Bible Bistro, like a screen door opening and closing. You know, something that you can hear the birds singing outside and you know you've walked through a door, that kind of thing. I need that. I should see if I can find that. Daily Dose Radio is the Bible Bistro. It is the finest Bible Bistro on the internet, serving up fresh Bible every day. No MSG, no GMOs. It's gluten-free. It's good for you. Full of vitamins and minerals. You won't get it anywhere else. Right here, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms, verse by verse. That's our mantra. That's our goal. That's our focus. And today we're looking at verses 3 and 4 in Psalm 24. And as I said yesterday, this begins the section, it's only going to be 2 days long, where we're going to talk about the redeemed man. And we begin with a question. Now notice the questions in this psalm, because we're going to have this question here, and then we're going to have it repeated in verse 8 and in verse 10. So we want to make sure we get these questions right and answered right. Okay, so the first question, verse 3, who can ascend into the mountain of the Lord, and who will rise up into his holy place? Clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to vanity, and has not sworn deceitfully. That's the first part of this section. The question is who? This is an important question, isn't it? Because we want to know who is it that's going to stand before God. Who's going to go, and of course that's the idea here, to ascend into the mountain of the Lord, to rise up or ascend into his holy place. Who's going to do that? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be me? Who's it going to be? Grandma, grandpa, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins? Who is going to go there and go into that place where the Lord is? Well, the psalmist answers that for us, and he just plainly blurts it out. Clean hands and a pure heart. Are your hands clean? Is your heart pure? Oh, will you say to me, Pastor Dave, of course they are. Really? Who has not lifted up his soul to vanity? Is that you? Because that's the next part of this answer. Have you lifted up your soul to vanity and has not sworn deceitfully? Is that you? Can you say that you've not done these things? Well, I'll tell you what, he had me with clean hands because I've got some dirty hands. I mean, I've done some things, right? That's what the hands suggest. What are your actions? What do they speak of? Do they speak of purity? Do they speak of sinfulness, pridefulness, selfishness, greediness, murder, anger, hate, adultery? What do they speak of? Well, what about your heart? What are you thinking about, meditating on, looking for, desiring, coveting? Is it there? Is it covetousness there? You remember what the Lord said. 6 things doth God hate, yea, 7 are an abomination to him. And the very first thing in that list, a proud look. So if you've not lifted up your soul to vanity, because if you've a proud look, I guarantee you've lifted up your soul unto vanity. You see, this criteria right here in verse 4 breaks the bank. We can't get past it. So if that's the criteria for going into the holy mountain of the Lord and standing in his holy place, can't do it. It's not me. It's not anybody I know. As a matter of fact, I'm certain because of what the Bible teaches, there is not a person on the planet that meets that requirement. None of us. There's not a man that has clean hands and a pure heart. There's not a man who has not lifted up his soul to vanity. There's not a man who has not sworn deceitfully. None of us among the sons of men, male or female, old or young, it doesn't matter. Rich, poor, whatever, doesn't matter. We can't rise up to this definition. None of us. There's none good, the Bible says. No, not one. That means there are no clean hands, pure hearts. All souls are vain. All have sworn deceitfully. All right, join me again tomorrow. Perhaps we'll find out more about this redeemed person on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.